guys, hi friends. We're gonna do a fluorescent ballast. This happens to be a U shape, but I'm telling you, it's the same for any kind of fluorescent you have, whether they're little, whatever, little bitty bulbs or round ones or straight ones, whatever. The ballast, we're gonna replace this ballast, and the way you test if the ballast is bad is you put new bulbs in the fixture. And you don't just put, if it's a 2-bulb fixture, like this is a 2-bulb, you don't just put one bulb. You have to put both bulbs. That's how we're testing the ballast. So you put whatever, it's a 1-bulb fixture, 2-bulb fixture, 4-bulb fixture, you put all new bulbs. The ballasts always work in pairs, except for the new HOs. They could have a 4-bulb ballast, but anyway, put all new bulbs. If it doesn't work, that's how you test the ballast is bad. So then we go and replace the ballast. This is an old, what they call magnetic ballast. You see it's bigger than the new replacement, which is an electronic ballast. So these are much lighter, a little cheaper, and more environmentally friendly than these old magnetic ballasts, which are big and heavy and full of like whatever. I'm doing this one hot just because I need light in the room to show you, because both of these lights are together. But you would shut the switch at the wall, and that's how you would shut the power. If you don't have to shut the breaker, you just got to shut the switch in the room. And the next thing we're going to do is, there's a whole mess of wires up here, and you might get confused or think you're going to get confused, but it's very easy. There's going to be 4 of these blue and red wires, and they just basically hook to the 4 red and blue wires on the replacement ballast. It doesn't matter which one's which, as long as the colors are the same. There's going to be 2 yellow wires. They hook to the 2 yellow wires on the replacement ballast. Again, it doesn't matter which yellow goes to which yellow, as long as the colors go to the colors. And then from the house, there's going to be 2 wires. In this case, it's a brown and a gray that go to the ballast white and black. Something like this, usually the house would also have a white and black, but obviously this is wired with different color wires. So you would maybe make a note of that and just put them back the way they were. But usually the house one will be white and black, and the replacement ballast will have a white and black. Again, colors to colors. So the first thing we're going to do is take the house wires off, because that's where the power comes from. So we want to make sure that the ballast is not energized. Okay, so we just take it, there we go, off, okay. And I put the caps on just so I don't like accidentally touch them, because I'm telling you, I'm doing this hot just so that I have light. But it's perfectly safe if you do it the right way. Okay, so now what we want to do is cut all of these red and blue ones and these yellow ones. We want to just nip them, and we want to nip them up by the ballast so that we don't end up with short wires. In other words, we want as much wire as we can at this point. So I'm just taking the nippers, okay, and I'm just gonna nip these guys here, and then the yellow ones on the other end, I'm gonna nip them. Okay, now there is a screw on one end. See that screw? Take that screw out. The other end just kind of slips into chock, and then the whole ballast will come out in your hand, the old ballast. And then the new ballast is basically going to slip right into that chock, and we're going to put that screw back. And the new ballast is going to slip into the chock. We're going to put the screw back, and then the ballast will be mounted. I dropped this screw up in the thing. There's the little screw, okay. Dropped it again, but I'm pretty good these days at, I've learned that when I drop something to follow it with my eye so I know where it goes. Okay, so these ballasts are very specific in the amount of bulbs and the wattage. So when you're buying your ballast, you have to know how many bulbs and what watt they are. Just as a little trivia, this is a 240 watt bulb ballast. These U-shaped fluorescents are actually the straight 40 watt fluorescents that are bent. So if you see, there's a little diagram here of 2 bulbs for the one ballast, two 40-watt bulbs. Even though the diagram says they're straight bulbs, they're actually also the same thing as these are just basically 40-watt 4-foot straight bulbs bent. So if this was like a single bulb 2-foot, it would be, the ballast would be for a single bulb 2-foot. If it was a circle line, a round, one of those round bulbs, the ballast would be for the round bulb. In other words, I'm telling you, the ballasts are very specific for the bulb. So we're just going to untangle these wires here, and don't let all these wires confuse you, because it's just all colors. I'm going to take the new electronic ballast, which I told you was a lot smaller and a lot lighter, and it's also quieter and more efficient than the old magnetic ballast. We're going to slip it into chock at this end, and I'm keeping the black and white wire at this end where the house supply is. And then they've made these new electronic ballasts, even though they're smaller, they made them to fit exactly where the old one was. So we hold it in the chock at one end, and I get this screw in the other end, and just snug her up there. Great, very good. These ceiling, for these suspended ceilings, the light's just kind of held in by gravity into this square. Now, the new replacement ballast, all the ends of the wires are going to be stripped and ready to go. But the ones that we just nipped, we're going to have to get our stripper in here and take off about a ½ inch at the end of each wire, so that we could pigtail with our wire nuts colors to colors. Okay, almost through there. And the last wires I'm going to hook up are the white and the black, because those are the power wires. Also, you're going to need like 6 to 8 wire nuts. I always like to use new ones. I don't like to use, like, I wouldn't want to use these ones that were already in here. But if you got to use them because you don't have them, you got to go. Alright, so like I said, colors to colors. So here's the old yellow from the fixture and the new yellow from the new ballast. And we just make the ends even. Take your wire nut, screw it on there until it's tight. And you can kind of tell when it's tight when the wires start to twist together. Okay, so that's one yellow connection, and here's the next. And it doesn't matter which one is which as long as it's yellow to yellow. The next thing, we're going to take these red and blue ones and hook them together. And again, it doesn't matter which red goes to which red as long as it's red to red. And twist them together with the wire nut. And the next red from the house, from the fixture, and the red from the new ballast. And we're almost done. It's just pretty straightforward. The only thing is people get intimidated because of all the wires. But if you just take them one at a time, and again, the blue from the fixture and the blue from the ballast. And then there's just one more set of blues. And another thing about these fluorescents is because the ballast is for both bulbs. If one bulb is bad, the other one's going to appear to be bad too, or it won't light at all. That's why I'm telling you, when you're originally testing these things, you got to put 2 new bulbs in. That is the way to test ballast. So we're going to take all of these wires and kind of crumple them together and just kind of squeeze them, because that cover goes over them that we took off to get to this. And I will show you that. Okay, so there we go. All of those are nice and neat, and they're going to go inside this cover when we're done. But first, we have the last wires to hook up. So the black goes to the black, but in this case, this house just happens to be black to brown. And then the last connection is the white to the gray. And remember, in this particular situation, these wires are live just because I need light to show you guys, but you would be shutting the light switch off. Okay, so then again, we crumple these guys up so they're going to fit inside the cover. Just kind of gather them together and squeeze them in there. Now, the cover goes on, and this is kind of all, this holds just the wires in place, and the covers go in these ears here. So we're going to, first we stick the end in the chalk, but it's got to be up here first. We stick the end in the chalk, and then this end we're going to stick one shoe and then the next shoe, and that's it. The cover is on. We're going to take our bulb, okay, make sure the sticker is up out of the way, it doesn't block any ambient light, and there's a little clip on the end here. We want to get around the bulb, and then we're going to stick these two up into the socket. Okay, here we go. Come on, why are you not lighting? Okay. We've got the problem, Houston. Okay, let's double check. So I think one of these new bulbs, one of these brand new bulbs I got was actually defective, I'm pretty sure. Because as I'm putting this old, so I took one of the old bulbs that was looking good, and I think it's working. But again, these work in pairs, so this one won't fully light until I put the other one in. So I'm just testing at this point because we have a problem. So I'm just kind of sticking them in there. Okay, there we go. So, like I said, don't panic if there's a problem, but just go back and think about things. So I went back and I checked all my connections. They were good. And the next thing would be bulbs. And even though it was a brand new bulb, I'm telling you, these days, the quality of bulbs is like really freaking questionable. So, alright, so I'm putting this cover back on because we've quickly troubleshoot the problem and figured it out. Okay, and then we're going to put one of the old bulbs in because this new bulb is trouble. So this was the good new bulb. Great. Okay. I'm just having trouble. It's actually upside down because the sticker's down. I don't want that. I want the sticker up so it doesn't block the light. Okay. And this stupid clip goes over the end, and then this one we have to stick up into socket. Okay. Hey, see, warm white and cool white. We got to deal with that though, because. Alright, so this was the new bulb. It's a GE, and it's made in America, USA, but it's brand new and it's not working. So, okay. Alright, so that's that. So that's how you put a ballast in a fluorescent fixture. So now that you've seen the video, please rate it, because that helps me out. I'm a paid YouTube partner. My name is Dino Pinch. This is the Handyman Zone. And subscribe to my channel while you're here, because I'm doing all kind of handyman stuff. I got hundreds of videos, got like 1 million views. I'm like considered a big YouTuber in the Handyman Zone category. And yeah, any questions or comments, use the box below. Thanks, bye. In the Handyman Zone, my YouTube channel, I don't edit out the problems. Like you see these TV shows and these this all this and this all, you know, fix it up that, and they just edit and edit and edit and make everything look perfect. It's not that way. When you do have a problem, don't freak. Like I put in a new ballast and I had 2 new bulbs and still one didn't light. Don't freak. Take a second and just go back, double check everything, and then start testing. In this case, the problem was a brand new $18 light bulb defective. Didn't work. So I ended up putting one of the old ones, because I don't carry those U-shapes on the truck. I do carry some regular fluorescents, different sizes, but it's tough to carry them in a vehicle because they break and stuff. Like here's some, and I got a couple stuck behind the seat there. But definitely don't carry the U-shapes because they break and stuff. So I didn't want to run to the hardware store again just to replace that one stupid, defective, brand new General Electric made in America light bulb. So I took one of the old ones, because again, remember I told you to test the ballast, but still I had to put one of the old bulbs back in to make the fixture work so I can get paid right now from the customer. So don't freak out when you have problems. Just go back and think about it, you know, and be ready while you're doing the job, keeping your head that, hey, you know, I may run into something. It's not going to be like TV, you know? And it's not like that on the Handyman Zone, and I stick with you and show you this stuff. And these are skills that you can take and apply to your life in different categories, whether it be a love relationship or a work situation, whatever, you know? So look, thanks for watching. Now that the video is over, rate it please, because as a paid YouTube partner that I am, that really helps me out, you know, and I've been helping you out through this whole video and with my whole channel. Use the comment box for any questions or comments, anything, you know, you like it, you didn't like it, whatever. I did a live, I'm an idiot, whatever, you know, but I did it live because I needed light in that room to show you guys how to do it. I'm experienced enough to do it safely with a live circuit, and you saw that. But even if you thought that it wasn't a live circuit, if you had to switch off and the circuit breaker off, you always have to treat it in your head as it's a live circuit anyway, because you never know if, you know, miswiring or this connection's bad or that switch is bad. It still may be live anyway, so you got to treat it like it's live. So what the hell difference does it make if it is live or it isn't live? My international subscribers will know what I'm talking about. And please subscribe to my Handyman Zone. Thanks for watching. Bye.